We are moving to India. Well, not forever, just for 6 weeks. I will probably share in a different video why. It's been almost 4 years since I visited India, so we are excited, and this time we are going to try a direct Air India flight which is from San Francisco to Mumbai. Also, this is my first time traveling with the green card, so I'm not sure if the experience is going to be any different while going to India, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be different while coming back. I hope you enjoy our experience from US to India and find it valuable as well. Here we go. The luggage needs to be under 50 pounds, so that's 48.3. Definitely must buy, link in the description. Not sponsored. The place you see is my friend's apartment building, and we have to park our car here because we are going for 6 weeks and it'll cost us almost $700 to park for 6 weeks at the airport. And yeah, we have to drive from Chico to Bay Area for almost 3 hours because Chico doesn't have an international airport. That's a problem of small town, but I'm grateful that I can park my car at my friend's place. We called an Uber which costed about $75. The guy was super nice. He helped us load and unload our luggage, which was very kind of him. The drive was not too bad. It was very scenic and it took us almost 45 minutes to get to the airport, but we made it to the airport 3 hours before our departure time, which is plenty of time for check-in process and all of that. The reason we wanted to have 3 hours was because Caitlin has to have e-visa to get to India. Yes, Americans need visa to enter into India. So we wanted to make sure we have plenty of time in case if something happens, and it did. We printed out application form of the visa but instead of approval, but luckily we did have an email, so he looked at the email and he suggested this is good for check-in process, but you should absolutely go and print it out. So we did that after the check-in process. The check-in process was super easy. The guy was really nice and all of our luggage was under 50 pounds, which is very nice relief. After that, we completed the security process and we had 2 hours 30 minutes before our boarding starts. So we decided to get something to eat. Some of the restaurants were busy and didn't have vegetarian options, so we decided to have pizza and some sandwich. After eating our food, we decided to go towards our gate, and something funny and interesting I noticed. Our gate was entirely filled with Indians. The only American or the only different color person was Caitlin, which was very interesting and funny. Of course, it makes sense because the flight was towards India, so people would be Indians who are traveling to India, but Caitlin was the only American or odd woman out, so that was interesting. But we started boarding our flight and I was really excited and looking forward to see how the direct flight would be. And also we had paid little extra for this fancy seat which has like an extra leg room. As you can see, the seats have massive leg room space, and I was like, oh, this is so awesome because I can stretch my leg and you can actually walk around. And we kept all of our luggage there so I could take out my laptop and do whatever I want to. It was really nice to have this extra leg room space. It was worth it. We paid extra $300 per seat, so that was $600 for me. I still feel it is worth it. The only problem with these seats are that it is close to where the kids are. Alright, here's what we got as soon as we sat. A bottle of water, which is nice, a blanket and a pillow. They also gave us this earphones which would connect to our entertainment thing, which we can just pull it out right from this since there's no seat in the front, so we have to press this button which will pull out the entertainment system and then you take it out like this. I kind of like it. And talking about entertainment system, it is pretty good. It was touchscreen. The touchscreen was working really fine and it did not have a lot of entertainment options, so if Air India is watching this video, I would recommend them to add some more options. Their latest was not really latest movies, but they did have a lot of Bollywood movies, which is very nice. They also had a lot of English movies and some other language movies. I definitely was planning on watching some of the Bollywood movies, and of course, who doesn't like Tarak Mehta? Only Gujus would know the true value of it. Because there are no cameras installed, so you can't really have any camera view of how your flight is landing or taking off or any of that. But entertainment system was completely fine. I was a little bummed that it did not have any Wi-Fi on the plane. Like I wish I could purchase a Wi-Fi. Typically all the international flights have Wi-Fi, and I was surprised that this one did not. Other cool thing it had was a universal adapter or a socket where you can plug in your charger or phone charger, laptop charger, which is really nice to have. I'm glad that it did have that. After that we started taking off, and during the takeoff it did have like a mood lighting which was really nice and fancy. But the takeoff was really nice. It didn't have any issues with it. You can see this is San Francisco. I wish the flight was during the daytime so you could actually see what San Francisco looks like from the sky. But hey, when I land, it's gonna be 6 p.m. So I hope you subscribe to the channel and you can come back and watch what San Francisco is gonna look like when I come back from India. Because I knew the flight was going to be 16 hours, I knew that I was gonna start editing some of the videos. In this one, I'm editing some of the podcasts, and if you are someone who's interested in going to United States and understanding how to break into tech industry, definitely subscribe because I make a lot of videos about that. All right, let's talk about food. Within first hour, they gave us this crunchy corns, which was really crunchy, and it did have some flavor, but it was not my favorite. And then did have like coffee options and beverage options. I just decided to have some orange juice. All right, after that we did get some dinner, late dinner, probably around like 3 hours or so. One thing I loved about this flight was food. It was delicious. As you can see, the plate has bread and butter, and then the main dish, which was my favorite part, it had paneer tikka masala, jeera rice, and then some form of vegetable, like I think it was like potato and bell peppers and something like that. Killian and I definitely would give 5 out of 5 on the food. It did have nice dessert, which is almost look like sevaya, but it was like a mixture of sevaya plus kheer, which again still very nice, and I wouldn't complain. They also gave us some fruits, which was nice to have, and obviously every time they also give us some water. And then again, I spent few hours editing some of my videos, and in the morning comes the breakfast, which was again very delicious. Breakfast had croissant, upma, and then I think it was mendu vada with the sambar, but because the mendu vada was dipped into the sambar, the mendu vada almost soaked all of the sambar. Just typical flight bathroom. It did have hot water, cold water, as you can see over here. And for some reason I felt like this was a little bigger than the previous flights I have been, so it was nice. But yeah, that's what the bathroom looks like. And then I try to sleep for a couple hours, but unfortunately I cannot sleep anytime when I have a new location or a new environment around me. So I couldn't sleep, but I was able to close my eyes for a few hours. Before 2 hours, they gave us this paneer tikka wrap, which was again very delicious. I think this was least favorite out of all my food, but it was better than all the other flights food. And there we go. There was 2 hours left. Those 2 hours felt like the longest 2 hours. And unfortunately, after landing in Mumbai, my phone battery died, so I did not capture the immigration process and the custom process. They all went quick and easy. It was only 30 minutes for immigration and then 30 minutes for custom, and then we got out and met my family. Again, unfortunately, I couldn't capture that, but I would definitely recommend Air India flight. If someone like me who doesn't like to change flights in between the countries, I definitely recommend this over any other flights. And if you enjoyed this video, I would highly recommend you to watch this one, which is harsh reality when you land in United States and the things you will face in United States. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Gotta hustle every single day.